Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another YouTube video with your boy Pollux the Wise. I hope you guys are doing absolutely frog and splendid, taking care of yourselves, and as always, staying safe. So as you can see here, I have a new game that I have downloaded using BlueStacks. It is called Empire Warriors Tower Defense, and let me tell you something. This is probably one of the first tower defense games that I've played in a while that is genuinely interesting. It's fun, it's exciting, it's got some new mechanics that other tower defense games that I've currently played as of right now don't have. And yeah, honestly, this looks really, really cool, and I'm excited to explore what this tower defense game has to offer. And if you guys want to try this out for yourself, it is on the App Store for both Android and iOS. It does cost a little bit of money. I believe it's like 99 cents, at least US cents, for when I downloaded it. I don't know how much it'll be for you guys, but hopefully it'll be the same. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Before we start the next level, I just kind of want to go over a couple things real quick. As far as like this tower defense game in general is concerned, it's actually pretty similar to another tower defense game called Kingdom Rush. So there are some fundamental differences, obviously, between the two, but there's also some key concepts that are basically the same. The first thing is that there's the same four tower types, which is artillery, magic, archers, and barracks. There is also heroes, and as you guys can see, there's multiple heroes. But here's the thing. When you go into a level, you can bring more than just one hero. In Kingdom Rush, you can only bring one at a time. There are some levels that give you a secondary hero, but I believe in every single level of this so far, you basically get multiple heroes. And each one of them have their own special abilities. And they also have their own special stats, roles, etc. And there's also these different runes you can equip, and then it gives you a full list of their stats. And yeah, there's just some really, really cool different skins you can play with as well. There are microtransactions in this game, but as of right now, I've had no issues, at least on the mobile version, being able to progress through levels without a need for purchasing any kind of premium content. So I believe you can get through all of this without spending a single cent, and that's exactly what we're going to do, ladies and gents. We're going to try and get through this entire game without spending a single penny. So let's go ahead and spend our star upgrades. Now, we get these after we beat each level, and it also unlocks harder difficulties for us to play on. So if we select heroes to join the battle, as you can see here, like, look, we've got a full lineup of heroes that we can choose from, and there's quite a few of them. And we can also unlock heroes. But, yeah, we've already completed this level. This is just the tutorial. I wanted to skip it, but I might as well just go back and replay it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I probably won't. As for what we're going to spend our stars on, let's go ahead and upgrade our artillery. So as you can see here, it kind of has the same upgrade system as it does in Kingdom Rush for stars. The only difference being, well, there is no column for reinforcements or, rain of fire. There is no spell like that. It's basically you just upgrade your heroes or your towers. So the heroes are on this bottom rank right here, or row. And then these are the other four tower types. So you've got this rock symbol here. This is for artillery. This magic staff here is for, obviously, mages. This is for archers. This is for barracks, etc. Now, we've got our spells here. These are kind of your equivalent to Rain of Fire, I guess you could say. But it's an entirely separate upgrade tree. And you have to unlock these, spending these purple hexagon-looking shaped gems. So let's go ahead. There's also this entire set of upgrades. So I guess these are like enhancement upgrades for your different towers, etc. So let's go ahead, click off of that since we've already spent all of our upgrades. And we're going to go to the next level. So basically the main campaign, this is the main campaign, by the way. And basically there's this kingdom here called Endia. And it's pretty cool. We've got all these other different areas to explore. Stormwind Pass. Okay, really, guys? Come on. Now we're just playing with fire. I don't think we want to completely rip off Kingdom Rush here. Come on. I don't know which one of these two games came out first, to be honest, but I hope these guys aren't genuinely trying to rip them off. Now, you're going to notice that we have multiple difficulties, as I said before. There's normal, there's nightmare, and then there's hell. So basically, if you want to get to the harder difficulties, the game forces you to play through at a more gradual pace in terms of upping the ante, which I do kind of appreciate. You don't want to just jump in straight on the hardest difficulty possible. Some people like to do that. I personally am one of those, but I also kind of sometimes like being forced to slow down and just kind of really take my time to enjoy the game, get used to the easier difficulties before I move on to something that's a little more complicated. So it says, even though the Battle of Endia has ended, Prince Yave, is that how you pronounce this guy's name? Or Jav, believes that things will not end so easily. Without any hesitation, Prince Yave ordered his army to chase after the remnants of Grando army to find out their next steps. Alright, let's go. And gotta say, love the artwork, love the music. Okay, so we have level 2 towers unlocked. And we also get these free watchtowers here that have, I believe these are archers. But let me tell you something, these things have some ridiculous range. And the artwork here is pretty cool. Again, very similar to Kingdom Rush. It's not an exact ripoff, but yeah, look at this. We get the same number of starting hearts, pretty small number of waves. Obviously, since it's an early level, that's kind of to be expected. But yeah, let's go ahead. Also, for whatever reason, we did not have our heroes. Let's go back. Okay, get this out of my face, please. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Now let's try starting. And the heroes should appear. Yep, there they are. Okay, here we go. So we have Erin, Arrow of the North. So you can see here she deals 9 to 15 melee damage, but 19 to 24 range damage. So it encourages you to keep her behind some sort of choke point to support it from afar. And we can move her back here. Now, heroes do also have an XP level system. You can see here she's level 1. And this hero right here, Yave, Prince of Endia, is level 2. Now, he has 404 HP. 20 to 27 melee damage, but he doesn't have any ranged attacks, obviously. But these heroes both have an ability. And I'll show you what they do during the battle. But basically, Yave's ability, if you will, his ultimate skill, basically allows him to charge forward and leap into the air before smashing into the ground, basically dealing massive amounts of damage and stunning enemies for a brief duration as well. And as for Erin, she has a arrow that I believe has global range, and can basically freeze enemies for a short duration, which is pretty nutty. So let's go ahead. Let's just start with building an artillery tower. And let's see here. I gotta think. What are the arrow key controls here for the camera? They probably don't even have something implemented like that for this. So unfortunately, we're going to need to use our mouse to do everything. It's unfortunate. But here we go. We've got militias. So we can train these guys. 6 to 9 damage. Nice. So it does have a rally system just like in Kingdom Rush. The weird thing, though, is that you can literally move your barracks off the path. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but yeah, as you can see here, we can literally just micro these guys around, and with no issues, we can just put them literally wherever we want to, which is kind of funny. And I love the voice lines here. Love the artwork. I love everything about this game so far. It's really, really fun. Okay, hold on a minute. I gotta get used to this rally system. It's a little disconcerting at times. So let's go ahead. Let's showcase the two different abilities here. So we're going to use Erin's first because hers is a little easier to demonstrate. And she fires this arrow and poof, massive damage. And I don't know if you can see it there. It's kind of hard to demonstrate because, well, it just deals such massive damage to these enemies at the start. But basically, she could also freeze enemies for short durations. Now let's go ahead and use Yave's ultimate. So here we go. Look at that. He just leaps forward, smashes into the ground. It's very overpowered. However, as you can see here, there are some ranged enemies as well. These guys, these are Grando Bowmen. And then there's another basic enemy that was introduced to us earlier. These are Grando Swordsmen. So these guys also have magic resistance and armor, just like in Kingdom Rush. They have different, stats. And yeah, see these guys, they have reduced melee damage, but, it is what it is. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, that's just way too overpowered. I cannot believe how busted this is. Also, you guys are going to notice in the top right corner, we happen to have a fast forward button. So let's go ahead and use this real quick. And yeah, as you can expect, it basically allows us to speed up the game by a substantial amount, which I absolutely love, and this is something that needs to be implemented in more and more tower defense games, which, I guess traditionally it is, but as far as, the big three are concerned, those three being Kingdom Rush, Plants vs. Zombies, and Bloons Tower Defense 6, they really don't do that. So, let's go ahead and use a archer right here. Oh my gosh. And if your hero dies, they will have a pretty substantial respawn time. Now, you can reduce this in the star upgrade tree, but yes, it does take a while for your heroes to respawn. And to demonstrate this, okay, there we go. There's an example. These guys have magic resistance, if I remember correctly. It's about 50%, and 5% physical armor as well. So yeah, here we go. Nice. Alright, we're already onto the final wave. Let's go ahead and build a mage real quick. So these guys, kind of similar to Kingdom Rush 1, they have short range, medium attack speed to slow attack speed, but pretty decent damage overall. Let's go ahead and attack these bad boys here. I wonder if there's hotkeys here that I can use. I guess it doesn't really matter because we already got through the level, but oh well, c'est la vie. And let's just go ahead and get this offer out of my face. I really don't care about losing it, blah, blah, blah. I know it's probably worth it, but oh well. You do also get these free passive rewards in the Great War, so it kind of tracks your progress. And it's not only on this, but on normal difficulty, nightmare difficulty, and hell difficulty. It gives you different rewards for completing each of these different difficulties, which I think is kind of cool. So it encourages you to go back and get the better rewards after completing the more difficult difficulties. So let's go ahead and reset here. I think I'm going to go ahead and start maxing out artillery, because this thing just seems to be super broken. There's really, I hate to say it, as of right now at least, not much incentive to use archers or mages in the early game. Okay, so here we go. From a Grando prisoner, Prince Yave has found out that Grando's Emperor is planning to attack the elves in order to steal the power of the Tree of... Oh my god, this is hard to scroll. Of Tree of Life, thereby destroying others' races to become Lord of the Ioria continent. The India army immediately rushed towards the woodland forest and encountered Grando's spy army. Okay. So we're on to the level known as the woodland forest. So I think we're probably going to go through like at least the first 3 levels or so, and then probably call it a day here, because we don't want to take too terribly long on this episode. And I do want to save, obviously, the other levels for, you know, different content. So let's go ahead and just start by setting up our choke point.
Trust me.
And yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy level, I'm not going to lie. Despite all the numerous paths here, they're all funneling down towards one central choke point. And I already know from having played this level on mobile before that there is no flying enemies. So you want to know the easiest solution here, ladies and gents? It's pretty simple. You just get yourself an artillery. You get it upgraded to level 3. And yeah, that's basically it. You just establish a choke point here. Let's go ahead, rally these guys down a little bit. There we go. Perfect, perfect. And we can go ahead and get another artillery tower. And I'm just going to get this shop out of the way. There is also this cool little looking eagle that whenever enemies reach a certain point on this pathway here, it will fly over the battlefield, and it will pick up enemies or deal damage to them. Yeah, see here? Yep, that guy just got immediately carried off, which I think is hilarious. So just imagine you're fighting on a battlefield, just, you know, trying to deal some damage to an enemy's defenses, and this giant griffin-like creature, or eagle-like creature, just immediately comes up behind you and just absolutely shreds you into nothing while it carries you off with its massive talons. Okay, let's go ahead. Yave, go do your business up here. Gotta say, I'm a huge fan of the music right now. Love the artwork. It does get a little repetitive at times, so hopefully once we get into like a new biome, that will change. But I imagine that's just because we're in Act 1 of the campaign. And yeah, this is going at a pretty good pace so far. You know, we've got all these different waves here. Now, as for the enemies here, let's take a look at these guys. These are goblin fighters. As you can see, they have very fast movement speed. Oh my god, I cannot even click on them fast enough. Okay, let's slow down the game here a little bit. Let's try and get our bearings here and see what these guys can do. So they have 11 to 17 damage, pretty low health, a decent amount of, you know, low armor and low magic resistance. So they're kind of like dual low resistance enemies, which I think is kind of cool. Same thing with these guys, but these guys have more physical armor than magic armor. So let's go ahead here. Speed up the game again. Oh, yeah. Awesome. And our hero has leveled up to level 3. The first one that is Prince Yave. And Erin, the Arrow of the North, she's already at level 2. But again, because she's kind of at this choke point back here, our towers, notice how they're doing most of the work. And our heroes are just kind of back here benchilling. Like, most of the time, you don't even need these things. But I imagine once we play on Nightmare or Hell difficulty, that will change. At least that's what I'm hoping. So here we go. Let's go ahead and put Yave up here. Oh, that lane clear is beautiful. Now, these are Goblin Assassins. They do actually have a ranged attack. They're fast just like the regular Goblin Fighters, but they can also throw projectiles. And let me tell you something. They are capable of sniping your melee heroes, so you do need to micro them. You cannot afford to just be lazy. Let's go ahead and upgrade the barracks. We've got infantries, and then what are these? Knights. These are professional soldiers with heavy armor. Yeah, willing to sacrifice to protect India's kingdom. Okay, yeah, see there, our hero just died. And let's go ahead and summon in the final wave. Get ourselves another tower going here. And wow, yeah, these towers are doing really, really well right now. There we go. Absolutely loving this game so far. Pew pew. Very nice. And yeah, having that speed up button, it's pretty good. Let's take a look at the Knights. They have 230 HP, 12 to 19 damage, and a medium attack speed and fast movement speed, but not that much armor, interestingly enough. They also have magic resistance, which I also think is really interesting. Yes, I already rated you guys online. I gave you a 5-star review. But in all seriousness, though, I do really like this game. So let's go ahead and continue. Yoink. Lose offer. Go back. Okay. So yeah. We did get some quests as well. Oh my god, look at how many quests we have here. Just claim all of this. Holy crap. Alright. Very cool. We also have heroes that we can, I believe, upgrade. So yeah, we could train these guys. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So we have Seismic Burst, Brutal Strike, Guillotine. Okay, interesting. So let's read through this real quick. So with all of these different skills here, so yeah, this is the one where Yave leaps towards the target location, and then it also stuns enemies for up to 3 seconds. Besides, each enemy damaged by this ability will lower its cooldown by 1 second. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it really encourages you to use this in a area where there's a lot of enemies grouped up, so that you can kind of keep recharging the skill faster and faster. I think this is really cool. And then yeah, Brutal Strike. Normal attacks now deal splash damage equal to up to 100% of his basic damage to nearby enemies. Wow, so he basically gains full areola damage with no damage reduction. That's insane at level 3. And then Guillotine. In each normal attack, Yave has up to a 20% chance to insta-kill the target. Does not apply to bosses or mini-bosses. Okay, so there are mini-bosses in this game. That is interesting to note. Additionally, each enemy that is killed by this ability will heal Yave by up to 40% of his missing HP. And then Flag of Justice. Throws a Justice Flag to a nearby location that increases the allies' attack speed by up to 90% for a short duration. Wow. Okay. And yeah, interesting. It shows the cooldown for this, but I guess the rest of these are passives. Okay, this one has a cooldown of 48 seconds, which I guess that makes sense. But I like how this is very well balanced. I'm trying to see what I can click on here. What are these? Are these just runes I can equip? Oh, okay. Rune of Rage. Crit damage plus 1%. Okay, yeah, let's unequip that, because I don't know what that does. Okay.
Never miss a shot.
And then, yeah, we've got all these different skins I don't care about. Let's go back here and take a look at training. So this is her Ice Arrow. So it freezes enemies for up to 5 seconds, and this deals up to 200% of Erin's max attack magic damage. This increases her critical rate chance by up to 35%. This increases her attack speed up by up to 40%, plus 1% for every 10 points of Erin's max attack. Okay. And then this is a hail of ice arrows. Holy crap. Interesting. So what happens if I train this now? Does she just get this automatically? I don't know. But yeah, like, interesting. The most basic attack upgrades that they have the longest cooldowns for some reason. And then these ones at, like, level 4, or their 4th ability, they actually have the most, or the shortest cooldown, which I think is kind of interesting. I also like how you can kind of reset their skill points. The only problem is it does cost these little diamonds to do so. But seeing as we have like 1,300 of them, I don't think that's a problem. And yeah, let's go ahead, claim all these rewards here. And let's go and spend our star upgrades real quick. So here, knockout throw. These basic attacks now have up to a 10% chance to stun enemies for a single second. And then each basic attack of the golem deals bonus magic damage equal to 5% of the target's current HP. Ooh, this could be really good to max out. Also just want to see what the other stats are for the tech tree here. So for each level, heroes will receive a 3 bonus basic attack damage, reduce the respawn time, increase the lifesteal of every hero by 15 points. Okay, that seems very, very useful. Increase armor and magic resistance of every hero by 25 points. For each level, the hero's maximum HP will increase by 15 points. So I wonder if this applies at the time that you get it, or if it applies anything that they've previously gained at that point. I don't know. Let's go ahead and... Okay, barracks now train soldiers 2 seconds faster. Let's go ahead and get that. Increase the attack speed of the mage tower by up to 15%. Oh, here you go. Ignores magic resistance. Basic attack damage. Each normal attack will reduce 6 armor and magic resistance to the target. This effect stacks up to 5 times. Wow. Okay. What does the archers get? Each shot at level 5 now has a 25% chance of applying a poison effect to its target, and the target will suffer 50 damages for 5 seconds. Wow. Oh, here you go. Archer construction. Yeah, and this is the one that we just got. We made friendly guardians, so these guys are now cheaper to purchase. I think we're going to try and aim to get cheaper archers as well, mass production. But in any case, ladies and gents, that is going to do it for the first episode of Empire Warriors Tower Defense. If you guys enjoyed this, please let me know down in the comment section below if you guys want to see more gameplay of this. I'm really enjoying it thus far. I hope you guys are as well. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next YouTube video. This is Pollux the Wise. Peace out.